Hey everyone, this is Dan Adelman from the Animal Well team. I am here with Billy Basso and Leah Gastrow. So first and foremost, Billy Basso, the solo developer of Animal Well, why don't you say hello?
Hello, happy to be here.
And Leah, you can say hi and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone on IGN, and yeah, it's Leah from Bigmode. Nice to be here.
Cool. So we're going to watch a speed run, and this will be exciting because it will be the true ending, and I think it'll become apparent what the true ending is once we get there. But in the meantime, I do want to point out that there will be many spoilers, and Animal Well is the kind of game that it's really best to go in blind. So please try, don't watch this if you haven't gotten this far in the game. So
one interesting thing already happened that it was in the beginning is they just did like sort of a skip over the water. So they skipped the whole tutorial area. And that is actually a pretty interesting bug. I don't really know if I want to call it a bug, more an exploit. But the way that works is all the water in the game has like physics, so it applies force to the player, and that's because of the seahorse boss like sprays you with water and tries to push you off the platforms. And I reuse that same water particle system just for like visual effects. So parts of the game where water just splashes around actually also like pushes you a little bit. So if you raise that platform up right to the surface, you can kind of create like a cushion for yourself of water particles, and you can like just, if you time it just right, you can bounce across that gap.
Yes, that's I've never been able to pull it off. So very tricky. I think you can't usually just jump off the water in this game.
yeah, and also all of these jumps with the Frisbee, I've never been able to do. I can do the running, run and then jump on the Frisbee move, but not super consistently. There will be
Executing back like this is
yeah.
quite a feat.
Yeah, the climbing the wall with the Frisbee, I've never done that. It's completely crazy to watch.
Right.
Yeah, so
Something
there is.
that happened in like the playtesting, that was interesting is whatever item you sort of happen to get first becomes your tool for climbing. And so some people do get the Frisbee first and then somehow become better at climbing walls with Frisbee from what we have just. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, people get kind of attached to the first thing they find. Yeah, so it looks like they're kind of abusing the respawn system to like death warp across the map and get places faster.
So in terms of spoilers, since this is the true ending, I'm just going to flat out say, I think we can just talk about any spoilers within the game and just fair warning, everyone, turn this off if you haven't played it, because it's really fun to go in blind. But one thing in terms of like death warping, I'm by no means a speedrunner, but one of the things that I was doing when I was playtesting the game early on was trying to speedrun certain areas so that I could test later areas in the game. And in particular, there's a puzzle piece that you get to build out a mural. And since normally you need 50 different people to supply their puzzle pieces so you can complete the whole puzzle. But what I was trying to do was just build it myself. So I would speed run to that location and then delete my save file once I got a puzzle piece and then start over again. And death warping was a primary way I was doing that. But my entire process to get just to the puzzle piece is probably going to be longer than this whole speed run. So it's just, the strats are pretty incredible.
The way that you did that Chameleon Boss, I guess it's a question for Billy. Is that the fastest way to defeat that boss? Because I always thought, found that he licked his tongue out faster if the hedgehogs were walking. Is that just in my mind? Or?
I think the speed is the same. You can manipulate him a tiny bit. If you throw a firecracker, he'll like transition into the blood spraying move. So
That's blood?
yeah, that's what chameleons do. They can shoot blood out of their eyes
Oh, that's
as a defense mechanism.
God. I always thought it was like he was kind of coughing up a chameleon's equivalent of like a fur ball or like a little nut or so. Not that that makes more sense, I guess.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, the eye blood thing is very
Oh
bizarre.
gosh.
Well, we have to tell the ESRB then, because I don't know if we declared that, so we can get like a blood and gore descriptor.
No, it's just a nut.
Eye nuts.
So I should also comment that since we're watching a speed run, the first true speedrunner to kind of show us all of the different ways you could exploit the different mechanics was actually Kevin Regami. And for people who aren't familiar with him, he's actually an audio guy, not known primarily as a speedrunner, though he does speedrun. And he did the audio for games like Tunic and, you know, a whole bunch of other games. And he was one of our early playtesters. And I thought I was pretty good, and he was just insane. Like he's, I don't know if he's still speedrunning Animal Well, but he could probably pull off many of these moves. So shout out to Kevin. A lot of the exploits that he discovered, Billy actually wound up patching. So so he was a good playtester in that sense.
Yeah, he was like a super tester. I think.
Yeah.
Did he get credited as that in the
super
credit video? Yeah.
So it feels like almost wrong to watch a speedrun without giving him a shout out. He's like the OG speedrunner for Animal Well.
Yeah, there was a few exploits he found that I kind of intentionally left in, one of them being the sort of flute jump that we've seen them do a few times, where if you...
Also, that was Kevin's idea to have the flute break the bubbles around the flames.
It was, yeah, because he was
He requested,
just like wanting to go fast.
and here's the speedrunner using it.
Yeah, because I think they wanted more routing possibilities. If you can skip certain items, then you could still use the flute to get the flames.
Yes. And usually when you play, there's not a dog chasing you the whole time, by the way. For anyone who's watching this thinking this looks very stressful, that's a choice that's been made here. Usually you can just give the disc back and the dog will leave you alone.
Yeah, and I should also mention that, just for context, this true ending run that they're going to do in like 17 minutes or less, usually should take about 20 hours, maybe. I mean, depending on, it varies a lot, but it's like...
If you Google where the eggs are.
Yeah.
Depends how heavily you're Googling things, yeah.
Yeah, so unless...
about 200 hours.
Yeah, and unless there's an exploit that I'm unaware of, they first of all have to collect all of the eggs to get... So first of all, there's the first ending where you don't need all of the eggs. Then there's the second layer where you need all of the eggs, and there are 64 of those. And then the third layer, you collect the bunnies, and there are 16 of those that are hard to get. And then the fourth layer is putting all of that together separately. So it's a long process to do all of it, and I don't know if there's like some way to like bypass any of that. Like if you only get, like, for example, you only get the bunnies and then you don't need to get all of the eggs for some reason, or who knows what people can do. But it looks like he's going for all of the eggs.
did notice that he picked up a K shard.
Yeah, they need the ball, I guess. Yeah, I will say one big time save that I'm imagining is going to be part of the strategy is you only need to get half the eggs, because you can take the first Manticor encounter and actually use it to go to the bunny world. You don't need to beat the game twice. So, but so you really just need the top, I think. And that's what you get after getting 32 eggs.
There are those cats. One of our big pieces of feedback was that you should be able to free the cats. Billy made them sound so distressed and pitiful in their cages, and at first you free them. Was that always your plan to have them?
Yeah, I think it was always my plan to have you free them, but it took a while. There was a long period of time where they were in the game and just trapped in there, and I hadn't yet to like implement the code to free and unlock them.
Yeah, we were always thinking, if he doesn't let people free these cats, there's gonna be like uproar. I was very happy when, and just the whole way you implemented it too. I was really like how it came together.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's still some people that complain about the cat meowing sound, but at least people are able to reply and be like, keep looking around. There's something you could do, and
Yeah, it's
not all.
wrong attention, and you feel heroic when you free them.
Yeah, some of these strats that he's doing right there, like, I don't know why it never occurred to me just to bubble jump all the way up to get the that. I think it was just an egg up there. I don't think it was an item or anything. But yeah, I always go the long way and do it the proper way. I guess I'm just a big rule follower.
No, it's pretty hard. There's a lot of vines right there that are meant to like.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
you may have just made it look really easy.
Yes. Wow.
Right there also that he got the kangaroo to appear. Do you think that was just luck of the draw, or did he somehow know it?
I actually we
He was
the
waiting for
speedrun.
it and appeared.
We watched the speedrun at PAX, maybe like 6 months ago or something. I guess it was PAX West, and the community had not yet known how to manipulate the kangaroo, because the kangaroo is not actually fully random. You can kind of predict where it'll show up, and it's based on a few factors I won't spoil. But yeah, I think it seems like they know how to like manipulate the kangaroo now. And
Wow,
you
okay.
can get it.
Nicely landed Slinky there as well. That was impressive. Dropped it right on.
So this will be impressive, actually. I never really thought about like how to get good at the ball, because like the bouncy ball just seems
It seems
so
totally
chaotic and random. But there's probably a way to be really good at it and precise with it, but it just, I can never control that.
Oh.
Yeah, they know all the songs ahead of time, so they're able to just use them kind of as fast travel points. But if you're playing the normal way, these would be very hardly earned secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to Mama Cat.
Oh, are they gonna do the full? Oh my!
Yeah.
This is
I don't know how.
That's great.
Not humanly possible.
Okay, watch the cat's expression. Oh, I thought they were gonna get mad. I guess they get mad if you interrupt their song, not if you are. Thought we were gonna get some angry Mama Lynx footage. They broke
Use the wheel too. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't think I ever actually seen someone do that.
me neither. So here's something I've always wondered and can't remember if I've asked. That face you see right above dropping down here, I always thought maybe it's like a fish, but also it sort of looks like a Jeffrey Dahmer mask or something. Is there sort of an intended thing that that's supposed to represent, or just
Yeah, that's supposed to be the Manticor.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
it looks so, I guess, human, or I don't know, like fish human hybrid in my eyes.
Yeah, I guess because they're so shadowy and dark in the game that you can't really make out any of their features. But if you could turn the lights on, that's examine them closely. That's what I imagine they look like.
Mm, I don't think I knew that. I think I associated them with fish too because there's maybe one of them in the area of the game where the seahorses and all the watery fish, like the starfish, one of the starfish rooms.
God, it's so hard to keep track of everything they're doing. I'm like, wow, they have the lantern and the top now. I'm like, don't even remember seeing them do it. Oh, let's clip through the door.
Wait for that.
Yeah, like part of me is thinking like, oh, I'm supposed to be like commentating on this, but I'm just like hypnotized by watching it, trying to understand what they're doing.
It's very efficient. Interesting. They didn't even use the top to like go out the back sort of exit of that pocket. It was faster for them to do a very precise bubble jump. Wow. It didn't even get hit.
Yeah, they've got 4 hearts.
Let's see.
16, 55, 21.
Wow. Amazing.
So this is really like
Real life, Billy?
What was that?
I think I just heard your real cuckoo clock.
Oh yes, my real cuckoo clock
Which was like interesting timing with this.
Yeah, right as the speedrun ended.
So this is kind of like what I would consider the second ending. So they kind of skipped the first ending. And just for people watching at home who have no idea what's going on. And I'm curious why they're just waiting there and not moving.
They're probably just cheering. They probably got up away from the game and they're just happy.
Oh, so by true ending, sorry, I thought they were going to go a little bit farther because I'm looking for the definition of true ending because their ending,
No, you're
there
thinking of a true ending.
yeah, there may or may not be more to this game. So yeah, so I was like, all right, well, is he gonna keep going?
Yeah, he's going somewhere.
He's going somewhere.
Maybe he's got a surprise for us.
Are they gonna go to the cuckoo clock?
The spark at the core.
All right, so so while we're watching this, I should I presume this is coming to an end fairly soon, so I should just mention that IGN told us that we should mention these things. We should point out that the game is available on Steam, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox Series X. So it's on all the major current gen platforms. Hopefully, if you didn't know that and haven't played it or anything, this is not your first exposure to the game.
Wow, that was the ending of the run. Beautiful.
Yeah, so nice.
Well done, speedrunners. Yeah, that was fun to watch. I haven't seen much of like the current speedrunning tactics or Very impressive.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks Billy and Leah for doing this. This was a lot of fun to watch.